We are continuing on with our draft coverage. And after hearing somebody declare that Ty Simpson is actually QB1 in the draft, me and Steve are going to talk about it. Is Ty Simpson really QB1 in this year's draft? Plus, Puka Nacua continues to find himself in unnecessary situations. So, should the Los Angeles Rams be looking to move or replace Puka Nacua in this draft? And then something or nothing. We're going to talk about it all, break it all down. But you got to hear the music first.
Welcome to your number one spot for all NFL news and content, NFL Central.
What's going on, football fans? Welcome back into another episode of NFL Central, your number one spot for everything NFL. I'm your host here, Bobby, and I'm joined by Steve-O. So if y'all tuned in, love talking football, man, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. Steve-O, it's coming time. Every time around this time, before the draft, somebody has to go out there and make a crazy statement and make a questionable quarterback rise up the ranks. It's just crazy, bro. How you feeling, man?
Somebody phoned in and told him it's to this point where that's just the case, because in no framework and no aspect do you believe what you said. There's always Dan Orlovsky for some reason. He always falls in love with some quarterback that everybody knows is a second round to not should be talked about in the first round. He does this every time. When it comes down to it, it's one real thing to make me, when he first said it, negate everything he talking about, because I knew he wasn't being serious. Because if he was being serious, you would never say that a quarterback that only started 15 games in his college career is better than somebody that started 35.
Crazy.
And the thing is, the more film they got on Ty Simpson, the worse the motherfucker got. And I'm not just saying this out of spite. I'm saying I'm finna give you some numbers. His first year, 2022, didn't play that much, had 80%. Of course, he ain't played that much. He played maybe like 4 games. I'm not sure. Yeah. 2023, 55. He played how many games? 6. Game after that, the year after that, he played 6, 56% for completion rate. Then he gets his turn. It's his turn. 2025. That's it. 2024 and 2025. He gets to show it. 24, don't do nothing. 25, that's his starting year. He gave you a 64% completion rate and 3,500 yards. So that's not better than Fernando.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think when they talk about the Ty Simpson potentially being QB1, it's a bit odd to me. Simply because I get it, we want to make the NFL draft what it is, but I think that has to also come from there has to be some integrity when breaking down what you see. Now, I'm not going to challenge a former NFL quarterback on what he's seen on a tape. There's nothing in my right mind to say that there's 15 starts that's good enough to say that this guy is going to be ready to be QB1 right away. Hence why we seen Dante Moore go back to Oregon, because he understood the challenge. I have to go get more reps under my belt if I want to have a greater chance of succeeding. That is not saying that Ty Simpson cannot improve and be better and develop, but situations matter. And right now, if we looking at Fernando Mendoza in his career right now, he started at Cal, then went to Indiana. So he faced 2 totally different challenges through his collegiate career, where he struggled a little bit in Cal, took some horrible losses, then moved to Indiana with the better program, with the better team, and was able to prevail. And I think that when we talk about QB1s that enters the situation, into the draft, the way that you perform in high leverage moments matter too. You just can't go out there and say, you know what I'm saying, just because he sat in Bama for all those years, that he's prepared to go out there and be an NFL quarterback. There's no slight to the kid, but he's absolutely not QB1. It's just ridiculous statement to come out of that. And with 1 year under his belt, and you got more evidence to your point, there's just no way that you can put Ty Simpson over Fernando
Yeah,
Mendoza, bro.
it's flat out just wrong. Like his first of all, he faced not only two different, he faced three different challenges because in his first year at Cal, they was in the Pac-12 when it was dying, when it was finna be done. So he didn't, and he only started 9 games, and he did 63%, and it still got 1,000 yards in 6 games. That's pretty decent for 6 games. I mean 9 games, my fault. And then the next year, I believe they starting quarterback got hurt and he stepped in for the remainder of the year, played 11 games, had 68.7 completion percent, which is an uptick of what he had his freshman year, got 3,000 yards. And that's not even saying that's when Cal went to the ACC, which is a better conference than the Pac-12 at that time. Then he goes to the Big 12, the Big 10 in Indiana, and increase his percentage to 72%, which is the green light mark where they want all quarterbacks to be at, and got 3,500. So they both got the same amount of yards, but the completion every single year, Fernando's completion rate got better. Ty Simpson's stayed the same. So I don't know what the fuck he talking about.
Yeah, I think that when it came down to schematics, they talked about how it was a lot of RPOs and stuff like that. But I'm like, bro, if you can execute at the highest level of your job, what's the problem? Yeah, there could be discussions like years prior when we had a discussion about Caleb Williams playing in the air raid offense versus Jaden Daniels playing in a more pro style offense. That could be an argument with that. I'm not mad at that because it makes some sense because air raid, you typically go with the first read and you let it go. With the pro style stuff, you actually have to go through your progressions. And I still feel like there's no way you could put this man at QB1. It's just not good enough, bro. Because to the point, it was like at the tail end of the season for Alabama, they tailed off. And he was a part of that. He was part of that reasoning too. Now, were they perfect? No. They got their ass kicked a couple times to end the season. And like I said, bro, it's just a ridiculous statement. It goes back to every single year there is some quarterback nobody thinks is legit first round to where somebody got to come out and say Will Levis is really like that. Mitchell Trubisky is
Never
really
was.
like that.
Never was.
Like what the fuck? Like, bro, like no, we can't. No, you gotta have some integrity when you talk about some of these players. But I do have a question, Steve-O. So there's some mocks that have him potentially like the highest that I've seen Ty Simpson being selected was by the Jets at 16. But the Jets also hold the second overall pick. I personally think it would be foolish for them to take him at number 2. You have to take one of these other guys, Arvell Reese, whoever it is, somebody else. Do you think it'd be foolish if the Jets were to look at Ty Simpson and select him? Would it be foolish for them to take him at 2?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah. Fuck, if you think otherwise, like you just a Alabama Ty Simpson's stan at this point. Like, no, he gonna be there at 16. I promise.
I promise you that.
Hell, he might be there in the second round.
That's a fact. I think there's a chance that it happens. Like, because I get it, like because they reporting that he performed well at his pro day, but I'm like, bro, most athletes can make a workout look great. Most athletes can make a workout look great.
Especially when you're picking the things you want to do.
Exactly.
You're showing off what you're good at. I will hope your ass could go out there and do your strengths.
Exactly. And I'm pretty sure you've been preparing for that moment for quite some time, doing the same thing, repetition. So it's not like, bro, we gotta ignore the tape because you ran a decent 40 or you threw the ball 60
and he's
yards
not
down
gonna
the
be
field.
And he's not gonna be like that because it's 6'1", 210. Like he ain't nothing special physically.
Yeah.
And you're not accurate. It's like that's one thing we look at when it comes to quarterback. You got to be excellent at something, and he ain't even good at something.
Damn,
bro. One thing you can't be is smaller and don't have a dynamic arm and And if you don't got those main two, if you don't got a dynamic arm and you ain't physically talented, you better be cerebral up here and cerebral accuracy wise, and he's not that.
Understood, because it goes back to like Caleb Williams. I believe he's 6'1", 6'2", but his escapability is one thing that got people on his radar. Plus with the accuracy, plus with the strong arm, or they
And the
call it
arm
arm
talent.
talent. You know what I'm saying? So
No, it's the difference. I've told people arm talent, and because people can have arm talent and not have the strongest arm. Arm talent is be able to make any type of throw, cross body,
I got you.
shit like that, side arm, shit like that. He got arm talent and arm strength. He got the whole yin yang caboodle, as my dad would say.
Yin Yang and Caboodle, Big Steve. Shout out to Big Steve. On the real. But hey, man, we'll see what happens with Ty Simpson. But I think it's fair to say he's not QB1 in this draft. And that's not to say he can't go somewhere and be successful. It's just to say that, to call out the buffoonery that has been placed out there, that he's even a thought to be QB1.
Can he take his name about the draft? Yeah.
That's
for real, bro.
If you go to the Jets, you might be done for. Just saying.
Like that, and look at Tyler Shaw. That motherfucker was. He went back and said, "Yeah, I'm 24. Yeah, I'm going to Texas Tech. I'm done. Well, not Texas Tech, Louisville."
Mm-hmm.
And that got him prepared. But what the difference is that motherfucker 6'4" with an arm. So
right. Do you think Frank Wright is a difference? And like the Jets having the potential to start Geno and sit him? Because that's the new OC, Frank Wright, and then
I like Frank Wright going there, but that's what it's leaning towards. Frank, I don't know if Geno's sitting though.
That's what I'm saying. Ty Simpson gonna sit behind Geno.
Oh yeah, well that's the best case scenario.
Understood.
That's the smartest scenario. If you just gotta pick Ty, that better be a scenario.
I agree with you 100%. But let's move on to a guy that seems like he can't stay out of the media nowadays, and that's Puka Nacua. Steve-O is now being sued with the civil lawsuit in Los Angeles that was filed and reported by TMZ. The suit cites some things like violence and negligence. Don't really want to get into the details. Puka Nacua recently just issued an apology in December for some of the other buffoonery that he did out there. And in this year's draft, the Rams have the 13th overall pick. First, before we talk about the pick, do you have any thoughts on Puka Nacua? Because, bro, he turned it into a knucklehead. Well, he been a knucklehead, and he turned it into an idiot, in my personal opinion. And we seen what happens once those occurrences, once they start to continue to happen, is not necessarily looking good for himself and the organization like the Los Angeles Rams, bro.
I don't know what's going on with these West Coast boys. These mugs is tripping. Look here, dude. Your name been in the headlines since you got drafted, and you was a 5th round pick. How? I don't know, but still, I'm tired of your strong face ass. Like, get it together. I mean, I get it. First things first, I'm not necessarily moving completely on from him.
Understood.
But I am not hitching my wagon to him long term. That's what I'm not doing. So I'm definitely got somebody. I'm gonna have somebody in the wings, and I'm possibly drafting somebody, definitely for sure.
So at 13, you will be considering a guy like Mekhi Lemon if he's there.
Yes, because I'm not you're this. We're in a situation where he's very talented, and he has great chemistry with our current quarterback, who we don't have long with. So that's why I'm sitting here like, if we didn't have a quarterback of his ilk, of his age, I'd be like, yeah, move on from him now, because it's only gonna get worse from here unless he just makes a 360 flip, which most wide receivers never do until they hit rock bottom. So because he's 24 and it's not too much longer, and he got great chemistry with Matt Stafford, keep him on board until this motherfucker do something inexcusable. And it's sad that I'm saying that, because it shouldn't even get to this point. But quite frankly, this motherfucker got one more time, and I think they're about done. But my main thing with me saying is, you better not get him a long-term contract. I don't give a damn what he demanded. Because I know he gonna go out there demand some shit because somebody just got paid. We know who.
Yeah,
But
JSN just got over 40 million. I think it's what?
yeah,
Then we paid 46.
yeah,
Yeah, man. Yeah, all right. Not for a guy that can't do
yeah. I'm
nothing
not
right.
giving your ass 40 nothing if you can't. You in the headlines every week.
Bro, it's ridiculous.
And then usually what happened is wide receivers get in the headlines on off season. We be hearing your motherfucking name during the season.
Facts. And it's just
Like,
bonehead stuff after bonehead stuff. Like, and I agree with you. I think if you're the Rams, you absolutely have to consider going out there and looking at wide receivers in this draft. Because if this guy can't get his head on straight, and we don't know how the civil case is gonna pan out, we don't know if he's guilty, we don't know if he's innocent. So we ain't gonna go out there and try to draw something up. But the problem is your name keep being mentioned with stupidity. We don't want that. I'm pretty sure the Rams don't want that. And this team
definitely
is
not.
ready to win a Super Bowl, and you are distracting the organization from reaching its goal. When that happens, typically players have to go because that's not what these guys want to do. And I'm pretty sure a head coach like Sean McVay is not with the bullshit. And you damn sure better believe that GM Les Snead ain't with the bullshit. Steve-O, it was just reported not too long ago that the Rams general manager Les Snead made it clear that player extensions were the least of his worries until after the draft. And you did this before the draft.
He
So if
really
they
ain't thinking
strike
about
gold on
the
the wide receiver that they feel confident in without even seeing them play, you might be waiting a little bit longer, buddy.
call after the season.
Facts.
Good, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like when you I don't know if you realize this, but when you when you play as well as you do and you don't get in the headlines like a JSN, what happens?
You get paid.
Who's another example?
Jamar Chase.
Justin Jefferson.
Facts. And those the top 3 paid wide receivers. You get paid.
The only thing Justin Jefferson is he off looking hoes. That's all you doing.
I'm just saying, man, he gotta get his stuff together, man, because hey, it's only so much tolerance that you got. And he deal with some injuries too. Let's not forget that.
Mhm.
So you got to go out there and make some corrections, bro, because you putting once this shit start piling up. We seen Antonio Brown before he walked off the field. Bruce Arians was pissed with him.
Oh, my mama.
Sat him down, let him come back. And then what happened? The explosion, NFL career over with. And this guy was on a Hall of Fame trajectory. I don't know if he get there, maybe, but you ain't on Hall of Fame status yet, buddy.
Not
So
even close.
yeah, so it got to be some changes that come from Puka. And I agree with you 100% that the Rams should absolutely be looking at other wide receivers in this draft, just in
Especially
case.
at that position, because it's gonna be somebody there.
Facts. At 13, for sure. But hey, before we get up out of here, we got 2 more topics. One more topic with 2 short questions. Is it something or nothing, Steve-O? The first one is the Browns reworked Myles Garrett deal to pretty much to help determine on when they supposed to give him his signing bonus for being on the team. They switched it from before the draft to now before the start of the season. And that helps out with cap flexibility and things like that. Is it something or nothing? I think it's really nothing because if somebody trying to trade for him, you better get ready to cough up an ultimate package. So,
Yeah, I think it's nothing. I don't think it's much to it. Plus, I don't know because you don't necessarily see too many defensive players contracts get restructured that much.
yeah, it might be a little something there, but I don't think it's
Yeah.
enough to where I'm gonna go out and say that they setting him up. They setting him up to trade him now, especially like the crazy thing is, and we talked about it around the time is they have talent. It's
Mhm.
ain't find a quarterback. That's
Yeah.
the problem. You got wide receivers, you got a decent O line. Well, you don't got really good wide receivers, but you got Jerry Judy, who's the number 2. You got Fannin, and a tight end who emerged as a rookie. You got Myles Garrett, you got Mason Graham, You got them the linebacker. I don't know why Carson.
Carson, yeah.
Yeah, linebacker from UCLA who went off last year. Denzel Ward, you got talent around the team. The problem is you can't figure out quarterback, and Kevin Stefanski didn't help you with your problem last year by playing ring around the rosy with the quarterback situation.
Pocket full of posies.
On the real.
And y'all definitely ashes to ashes.
On the real. But we'll see what the new head coach do over there. And the last was Steve-O, something or nothing. The Lions are considering moving Puka Nacua to left tackle.
Something, because they've been talking about that for a minute now. And I think it at this juncture where they're standing at, they might have it might be a real consideration. Because I don't know if you saw that left tackle play last year.
Yeah.
It wasn't good. It wasn't good.
Yeah, man. So, hey, I think it's something as well, man. You got to go out there. If you were the Detroit Lions, you want to have the best chance to win. You can see if your best offensive lineman that you do have can play left tackle, because that's one of that is the most important position on the line. And shit, you said it not too long ago. Center might be up there too. They just don't get Linderbaum just reset the market, really, but left tackle is definitely an important piece.
Fucked up the market,
you know. On the real, he cooked that bit.
Because I ain't gonna lie, it's gonna be a lot of hurt feelings in that motherfucker. Because I want 80 million too. Come on, dog.
You ain't getting it.
You ain't getting that, dog.
But yeah, I think it's something though.
You gotta be young. You like that. In order for a center to have that market keep going, you gonna have to be around the same age and just as good. If you ain't a Pro Bowler and you're under the age of 27, you not getting that shit.
I agree with that. I think that's a valid statement for sure. But hey, man, you got anything left?
No, sir.
All right, y'all. That is it for today's episode, man. Make sure y'all go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, man. Let us know your thoughts and everything down below on today's topics. Is Ty Simpson QB1 in the draft? Me and Steve-O said no. What do you think? Should the Rams look to replace Puka Nacua in the draft? We say look for some options. And then something or nothing with Myles Garrett getting his deal work and Penei Sewell potentially moving to left tackle. Y'all let us know your comments and thoughts below. That is it from us. Make sure you always love football, and y'all already know we're going to catch y'all on the next one for sure. Peace.
This has been a presentation